I've spent most of my life in Scotland. I spent my childhood in Africa, in that part of Africa, and so I don't really know what the current situation is, other than in Botswana, where they've put a lot into libraries, particularly educational libraries. They've got some very fine library facilities in Botswana. Generally speaking, I think in Africa, although people very much appreciate libraries, and libraries are really, really important to people, they face obviously the difficulties that libraries everywhere else face when there are constraints on public spending. But I have been in African countries where the library has been an absolute lifeline to people, and so appreciated, and always so full of people desperate for an education and desperate for books. Libraries are very important for any person who's a keen reader, as I was. And I remember, I suppose, my first encounter with a library was a school library, a very small school library. And I remember the enjoyment that I obtained from that. And I remember working my way through the rather slender shelves of that little school library, and then obviously later on encountering other libraries and loving libraries all my life. I think they're very special places. Libraries are sacred turf as far as I'm concerned. I have worked in one American university in particular. I was twice a visiting professor there, and I found the library staff extremely helpful. I think possibly that the many of the university libraries in the US are better resourced. Some of them certainly are, and certainly there's probably not quite as much pressure on the staff as you would find in the UK. But generally speaking, the level is pretty high in both cases.